I often get commented about my drawings being a little bit on the nostalgic side or a little bit kind of old school. And, I wanted to touch on some of the inspirations behind my drawings. One of the biggest ones I've had, obviously, is Sailor Moon. I am from the Sailor Moon generation, and I was deeply, deeply invested in Sailor Moon for a long time. I consider it a long time. It was like till from preschool till I was probably in like grade 3. That's a long time for a kid. And then another one was probably Dragon Ball. Like a lot of the 90s animes, like Dragon Ball, Sailor Moon, and I'd say Ranma. Ranma was a big inspiration for me as well because my mom actually really liked Ranma as well. Like that was one of the first collections of manga that I had as a child because my mom was the one that wanted to read a lot of it, and she kept buying them for me, which I really appreciate to this day because I read those comics quite repeatedly, and I think even more than my own personal collection, which I started to buy on my own, which was Dragon Ball. I had the entire collection of Dragon Ball for years until I had to move out of my house, and I think compared to Dragon Ball, I still read Ranma a lot more because it was just so funny. Like it made me laugh, and I also I did read the heck out of Dragon Ball as well, but I would say Ranma was kind of my go-to just for a quick laugh. And even though it doesn't really get reflected on my drawings these days, Crayon Shinchan was quite an influence in terms of humor. They were really expressive. Unfortunately, I feel like these days the array of expressions you got to see in the manga, you don't get to see it in the anime as much anymore because the initial series for Shinchan, it was catered for adults. So a lot of the humor was also kind of adult oriented. So obviously some of the expressions and like their way of speaking wasn't really family friendly. So you don't get to see a lot of that in the anime. The anime is also quite good too. It's just definitely not catered for adults anymore. And I would say another huge impact for me growing up, more stuff by Ranma's mangaka actually, Rumiko Takahashi, like Urusei Yatsura was a big one, Maison Ikkoku was another one. My mom actually really liked Inuyasha, so as much as I wasn't a huge fan, but having all the volumes in my house obviously created a little bit of an impact on my end. And this gets even more vintage. I would say Tezuka Osamu was also a huge influence on my life because we had a lot of his books at home as well. My mom, was actually kind of an avid comic book collector, so we had a lot of interesting comics by him, like Buddha, like the biography of Buddha. There was Phoenix. We had Phoenix as well. Her friends actually gave me their copies of Blackjack, which I ended up getting really into. I even went to go see the movie when it came out in theaters. And I would say those were the top influences at my time. And then, obviously, since I already mentioned Dragon Ball, Akira Toriyama was a big one for me as well because I also really liked his comics, Dr. Slump. I don't think that one gets as much coverage as Dragon Ball does, but it was so comical, it was so funny. And then the fact that Akira Toriyama is actually from Nagoya, so he actually knows a very particular dialect from Nagoya. It's according to my mom, she said that it's not very as spoken commonly anymore. It's kind of old school. It's a bit of an old school dialect, but she could still understand it, and he would kind of integrate that into Dr. Slump comics, which I found super funny. Like I didn't know what they were saying, so I had to get my mom to translate the dialect, and I thought that was awesome. Like he just kind of shed some light on Nagoya culture a little bit in Dr. Slump in kind of a comedic manner, and I thought that was pretty cool. And he actually wrote a lot of other like kind of one-off stories as well, and I really liked the art style of that. And it was interesting that he kind of, after he finished up with Dragon Ball, he just kind of went straight back into comedy because he wrote a lot of comedy prior to Dragon Ball, and Dragon Ball even had its funny moments at the beginning too. So like it's just so interesting that he had such creativity and like just this ability to just jump from one genre to the other so drastically. It was, and that could be said about all the cartoonists or mangakas I grew up watching and reading. I mean, those guys definitely influenced my work for sure. There's a few others I could list off probably in another video, but they're definitely not really major players. I'd say they're kind of more into like the BL yaoi category. I'm pretty sure you guys can kind of tell with my art style that I've got influenced by them as well. Have you noticed my big yaoi hands? Yeah, I'll get into that in another video.